Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Yeah, after the strong sell-off that we've had, let's take a look at the AVAX chart. If you joined the member live stream, no, not a member live, it was a public live stream yesterday. If you joined that live stream, then you already saw the new chart because obviously we had to make some adjustments based on the strong sell-off. Well, adjustments in terms of, well, the lower support area didn't change. So all I had to do, because the directly bullish scenario got invalidated due to the strong move to the downside. Even though I have to say, not actually invalidated, but the ideal support area broke. So it makes sense to consider here the lower support, previously lower support area, which is now the main support zone that we can track here for further upside continuation. So in this scenario, the price has dipped into this yellow support zone and I'm watching for a reaction. I mean, the reaction seems to be already occurring. The idea is that in this scenario, we are either in a wave 2 pullback or a B wave pullback. Which one it is doesn't really matter at all at the moment. From a more bullish point of view, it would be obviously the white count that's preferred. And the yellow count could lead to a simple ABC structure, but even then the price should rally much higher. It depends on, you know, how we now react to this support zone. So this is a support zone where we can watch for a reaction at $30, $24, $18.80 and $13.40, even though I don't assume that we will test $13.40, but you can say it very simply that as long as we're holding $13.40, further upside is expected either in the yellow count, which would be a C wave, or in the white count, which would be a third wave rally. Okay. Then this is sort of the base case. Okay, we're still bullish. We're still in a bullish market. We just need to be mindful that below 1340, there isn't anything reliably bullish left. But as I said, I don't even assume that we come down all the way to that level. So the idea is, okay, corrective pullback. If it's a corrective pullback, what we never know beforehand is this pullback that you see on the chart going to complete all of wave 2? Or is it going to turn into a larger ABC structure, which would then basically lead to a larger alternative wave 2, which I will highlight in red now as well. So that's what we don't know. That's an unknown. But the only way really to deal with that uncertainty is to be tactical, strategic about it. And the way to be strategic about it is to understand, okay, what's the relevant support zone? Okay, it's in yellow. Okay, I might add some positions in the support zone. If the market makes profits available, for example, in a B wave rally, then, and especially if the rally appears corrective, sometimes it's very obvious and it would be an ABC structure, well, then it makes sense to sell or take some profits at least when the market makes profits available, and then to buy back lower in wave C. But it is always possible it goes directly. That is even more probable once we have an impulse that we can track. And if the market rallies impulsively, well, for that purpose or for that event, for that scenario, you don't want to sell everything, right? That's only why we say, okay, partial profit taking can be reasonable when the market makes profits available if you bought in a support zone. But yeah, again, you can only manage that uncertainty with tactics, really. Not being greedy, but instead, watching the structures. And if it's evident that this is the red count that's being followed, I will, of course, let you know if I see it. But in line with Bitcoin and some other charts, I would focus also on the potential that the wave 2 could be over. So if the wave 2 finishes here or at $24, yeah, so for me it's a bit like, okay, maybe the low is in or maybe we get one more low, but still overall bullish. Well, if the wave 2 is already in, then the third wave should take it to 480 plus. Now I find that very ambitious, so we'll see how it all develops. This target range obviously will need to change if this wave 2 resets lower as per the red count. That will quite substantially impact the next upside targets. But yeah, first of all, I mean, it's obviously a corrective pullback. We have a 3-wave move down at the moment. Yeah, the way to label this would be A wave, B wave, and then this is a C wave down. Second, A, B, C. Yeah, or could be a WXY. It might get one more low, but based on the structure here, we can actually determine what the level is that now needs to hold, because any break above that level now will indicate that we have already bottomed. So what I want to do, 1 second, take that, but I want to go to the B wave high. So I want to track the length of the C wave, because I don't have a very reliable micro count here, but the length of the C wave, if we break above the 50% retracement level, in this case at $42.15, well, that would indicate that a low of sorts is in place, and then we can explore, okay, is it the right count, is it the red count, or is it the white count, which would be more aggressively bullish? But I would argue we might not even see the difference in the beginning, especially if this red wave A is a 5-wave move, which can happen. Could also be a wave 1, again in the white count. The main takeaway is, if we get 5 waves up above initial resistance, which is at $42 pretty much, then a corrective pullback, we have the next setup. I will add a support area, even if it could just be a B wave pullback in red, because it can always be a 1-2 setup as well, which would then in the white count rally further. So if you are interested in then, you know, capitalizing on, or maybe using those opportunities, I will put them on the chart once I see them. But yeah, basically price dipped into support, no bearishness yet. Maybe the low is in, maybe one more low. Certainly AVAX could form one more low, but it is not needed. I think that's very important. And then be aware that the $42 level, $42.15, is the level that obviously needs to break to indicate that a low has formed. That's my update about AVAX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching.